Welcome, Climate Viewers. This is Jim Lee from ClimateViewer News at ClimateViewer.com, weathermodificationhistory.com, all that stuff. Heavy day. So, Saturday, I did an interview with Sam Tripoli from the Tinfoil Hat podcast. And we set it up. We're supposed to go live in about an hour. And just about that time, my wife got a phone call and from the doctor, and we found out she had cancer. So I want you guys to know, if I'm feeling a little down right now, I'm probably going to be taking a little bit of a break after this, but this is pretty important, so I wanted to get this out before we get to the hard part. But needless to say, our family, please pray for my wife. If you're the praying type, we could really use your prayers right now. And if you got time, pray for me too, because I'm a mess. So yeah, it's a heavy day. But like I said, tomorrow, if you check it out over here on if you come over here to samtripoli.com/tin-foil-hat, there should be an interview up tomorrow. That's at least what Sam told me. He said it should be out on Monday. I've done 2 previous events on there. The last one was with Topher Gardner. For those who have seen that already, if not, check it out. Pretty good stuff. But I'm mainly here to talk about, the end of the world as we know it, because this is pretty serious topic right now. I've been holding on to this article since March 25th of this year, because I knew the dude who was involved in it, and I knew that this was going to be a big story, and I wanted to make sure that I kept all the receipts, because I just knew. I just knew right off the get-go looking at this. David Bookbinder, the same guy who was responsible for the EPA hearing that I testified at in 2015. So knowing that his name was involved in updating the Weather Modification Reporting Act of 1972, the one where you have to fill out these forms, this is the NOAA Form 17-4, where you report your weather modification activities to NOAA. This is required by Public Law 92-205, 85 Statute 735, 145 USC 330B, all the details. I'm going to put this up. If you guys want to either support, my family in the meantime, because I'm going to be like, let's just face it, I'm going to be a mess. But regardless, the reason I'm putting this up on the screen is because if you go to connect.climateviewer.com or climateviewer.substack.com, everything that I'm about to show you, and this is an activist moment. It's going to be on my Substack. I'm going to write up what the law is, what you need to say, and tell you, all the links to everything that I'm about to show you, because this is kind of important. The deadline for getting your public comments in is November 19th. So I wouldn't even be making this video. I'd just be like, F the internet at this point, because honestly, I did the interview with Sam on Saturday, and then I went into like a mild panic attack after that and just literally passed out on my bed for a good 5 hours, and I've just been completely out of it between that my phone is on. Between that, working 40 hours a week, and working on my mother-in-law's home, because she's elderly and we want to have her nearby. Well, I've been working on that. I took 2 months off to work on that. But anyway, let's get into this thing. I'm going to try to get through this pretty rapidly. So basically, this article is about how Meg Sunsets, these two fools out in California area, these guys, if you want to see them, this is from weathermodificationhistory.com. This is Luke Eisman and Andrew Song filling up balloons. They're selling cooling credits, and they're geoengineering. This is Luke Eisman. This is Andrew Song filling up a balloon with sulfur dioxide. And this is the NOAA form that they filled out. And it's really laughable when you look at it, because they're almost making a mockery of the weather modification reporting laws. Project or activity designations, if any. Cooling Earth. Purpose of the project: reduce average global temperature. Location: all of Earth. Size of area: 196,900,000 square miles. Start date: 2/12/2023. End date: 3/23/2223. That's literally 200 freaking years. This is a mockery of everything. And this is a private company, Geoengineering. So as a result of that, David Bookbinder and company, put this dire warning out to NOAA, and basically wrote them a letter. And I believe the letter is right here. And in the letter, they basically say, petition for rulemaking to amend the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's reporting regulations under the Weather Modification Reporting Act. And they're going to give all the reasons why. And like I said, I've been holding on to this since March, because I knew that when I saw who was involved and what they were doing, that this was going to be big news later on. And now that day is today. So as of September 23rd, 2023, oh wait, that's actually the comment. Let me go back. I was reading comments. September 20th, 2024, excuse me. They posted this on the regulations.gov website. There's actually a Federal Register document, volume 89, number 183, dated September 20th, 2024. And this flew under my radar thanks to, oh God, I'm forgetting her name right now. But it's on my X profile. I should have thanked her for this in the video. Now I feel tacky. But she's in my X profile. For those who don't know, I'm pretty much exclusively using X.com right now, because I've been shadow banned on everything since 2015, and I don't really see that changing. But at least on X.com, I've experienced none of that. I can say whatever the hell I want on there. I'm not experiencing any freedom of reach problems. In fact, since I started using X, I've gone from 2,000 followers to I'm up to 6,000 followers already. So if you guys want to know where I am all day long while I'm at work, I'm hanging out in X Spaces. I'm tweeting stuff out. So if you guys want to get, make sure it's go vertical. I like that. If I only had the time. Pretty soon, one day, maybe, unless somebody wants to offer to be a video editor, then we'll do that. I could really use a video editor. And no, I don't have any money. We're looking at some pretty outrageous bills coming up here shortly. But that being said, right here, notice of receipt and request for public comment or on petition for rulemaking regarding maintaining records and submitting reports on weather modification activities. And specifically, they're talking about, that's not what I meant to do. I don't want to make a bookmark. Come on, bro. Solar. And right here, NOAA received a request from petitioners to amend NOAA's reporting regulation to expand and clarify their application to private solar radiation management activities. The petition describes SRM as including but not limited to the injection of aerosol or aerosol precursors into the stratosphere or into the marine stratocumulus clouds in efforts to cool the Earth's surface by increasing Earth's albedo. Request for information. This is what they would like you to actually submit. Now, there's links to, this is from weathermodificationhistory.com, links directly to the original document. You can see it right here. Luke Eisman, Weather Modification Activity Report, the one that's in the picture. So this is the original one from NOAA.gov right here. This is the redacted one that's on the article. Because if you actually scroll down on the article, you can see that they have the exact same document, but they redacted the street address and phone number. We don't roll like that on ClimateViewer or weathermodificationhistory.com. So, Barb, don't tempt me. I'm already in a negative enough place without bringing up the DW. And I think I've done enough crapping on that guy for 1 week. But anyway, so if you look at the petition for rulemaking, how they went about labeling this, and they say specifically what they want done. Require reporting of broader scope information, reporting of small scale experiments, information regarding target areas, projected climate and other environmental impacts, other notifications and authorities, applying the reporting to other persons and places subject to U.S. jurisdiction. And this also includes anybody outside of our country, the United States, that geoengineers and it could drift into our territory. So this is a very complicated, document that's coming up, and your comments need to be really on point with what's going on here. So for those who aren't familiar with how this works, whenever you put something in on here, know that it's literally going on the Federal Register and it is there forever. There are no take backs. Don't make a butt out of yourself. Take this seriously. This is my activism. Like, I am an activist. I want people to be involved in the public discussion. And as you can see here, they have 2 comments so far. I want you guys, I'm imploring all my climate viewers out there, I want you to flood the zone. I want to see 100 minimum comments on this. Okay? Because this is a serious topic. And if we don't get our voice in on this conversation, you have until November 19th. We just had 2 hurricanes, tropical storms, roll through the U.S. Everybody's distracted by that and the election, and we only have till November 19th to get our comments in. And I waited specifically till after all of the fear, PRN, died down from those, because everybody's making a buck off of all the fear and their false narratives around both of these hurricanes. And I don't roll like that. I'm never going to roll like that. But I waited till afterwards to talk about this, because this is probably the most significant thing that I've seen since 2015 for an opportunity for us to make our voices heard and change the laws that are going on, especially as it pertains to geoengineering. So this is going to be that opportunity. Please make sure that you go to connect.climateviewer.com, and go to and sign up for my Substack. And I will provide all of the links to the stuff you're seeing right now, in addition to the stuff I'm about to show you, so that you can, get in on this thing. And I don't care if you share it from my Substack. I don't care if you tell anybody you got it from me. Honestly, I don't care what you say, as long as you tell people that this is going on, that they need to get involved, and they need to make their comments made. So I'm going to give an example. This is the other person who submitted their thing. Any of the comments you put in there, you need to make sure that you have the docket number in there. So make sure you have this docket number in NOAA OAR 2024-0091. And then even quote the thing. So that way there's no confusion about it. And this gentleman here, this is what one should look like. Unintended consequences of weather modification or geoengineering experiments. Support for rulemaking. Stringent supervision over SRM activities is necessary due to the high potential for significant environmental impact. Unregulated SRM experiments could lead to unintended consequences such as altered weather patterns, health risks, international implications, like frickin' World War III. So take this seriously. Take your time to write it. And, hit that submit button. I personally, you're going to see mine in there, and it's going to have my name, address and phone number on it, because that's how I roll. But I want everybody to get involved on this. In other news, for those who haven't been keeping up with what I've been up to, over on X, I partaked in a X space. For those who don't know what X spaces are, you can basically have a room filled with people, and people can request to come on the microphone. There's usually a host and two co-hosts. Bill Elmore was kind enough to host the third X space that I've done. And during that X space, we had 4,700 people tune in. This post currently has 43,000 views. I literally did questions and answers live on X/Twitter for 4 hours and 59 minutes. So literally 5 hours straight of being questioned by anybody and everybody. I hope you guys will check that out. I'll drop that in the comments right now. Something to chew on in the meantime. And I was also on worldviewtube.com with Brandon House, and the must-watch interview with an expert. Reminder, not an expert, but hey, I literally put this up here because every place I go, they're like, bro, he's an expert. So this link will be in there too. Worldview2.com. You can check out this interview. It's a pretty good interview, actually. We had a good time. It's about 41 minutes long, and I was really surprised because I'd never heard of these guys, but you can actually get Worldview Tube on your Roku device, and they're constantly streaming news. Patrick Wood actually came on right after me, which was actually absolutely phenomenal. And special thank you to Patrick Wood, technocracy.news. I met him back in 2016 when G. Edward Griffin flew me out to his conference. And Patrick Wood wrote the book Technocracy Rising. And he was the one who said, to Brandon, hey, you should have this guy on your show. And then came on right after me. So that was just freaking awesome. I mean, it's freaking awesome. But anyway, so I did that. Of course, I did this video on Sunday. I was salty AF. A whole lot of people got butthurt over this. But if you want to get my take on the whole NEXRADS and Milton and Helene and hurricane control, I'm going to tell you everything it wasn't. If you want to hear what I think it, could have been, tune into the Tinfoil Hat podcast tomorrow. It's going to be pretty interesting, to say the least. I don't really speculate much on my my YouTube, my Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, X, when I'm streaming live, for a reason. It's just a thing. But regardless, you can check that out. That's on my YouTube channel now. It's got like almost 7,000 views on it, and a whole lot of really, really salty people, in here. I gotta say, this has got to be the comment of the year. This is one of my favorite things I've ever seen. My favorite part was when Jim told us he could lie to our dumb asses and we'd never know it. To which I replied, it's true. I mean, the point I was making is, with all of these people, there's so many people making so much money just lying to you, and they know they're lying to you. It is all about fear. Fear sells. So of course, I was super salty about all the people I saw exploiting a tragedy. And it makes me absolutely sick. So if you want to see the saltiest Jim in several months, go watch that video that I, put out on Sunday, last Sunday. It's pretty epically salty. Anyway, a ClimateViewer lied to me once, and I forgave him. He told me Frodo worked for NASA and was brought over during Operation Paperclip. What he didn't mention was that Frodo's in charge of the Wildlands project. I like sarcasm. Wow, what a reply. This is a totally different person. But this comment, oh my God, no. The other comment's gone. And lying by omission as well. Several years ago, I sent him information via email he promptly ignored. I reminded him a month later, tells me that he'd check it out, and more crickets. He had a guest, can't remember the man's name, who pointed out the same thing on a video he showed on his live stream, and Jim's silence is very effing loud. Where's the comment, bro? Bro, I gotta go hold on. This is too good. Because apparently the guy deleted his comment. That's unfortunate. Alright, plug this thing back up. I was giggling so hard about it that I sent it to my wife. So I know that it's on here. All right, dude. You shouldn't have deleted your comment, because the comment was really good. It's right here. Okay, so you can see that I'm not making this up. At ClimateViewer, this is in response to the comments you just saw there. Hey Jim, how does it feel knowing most of your audience is low IQ, legit conspiracy theorists who think the earth is flat and sheepishly follow the latest doomsday grifter who scares them into donating to a useless cause? Shame, because your channel has great info and your site is great, but your audience is mostly simpletons. LOL. Let them believe whatever they want to at this point. They want to hear about the government laser beams and all the grifters are in agreement, or else you're a shill. LOL, keep up the good work. Keep calling out the BS and purge your audience of low IQ hicks. I mean, that's the saltiness that came out in the video on Sunday, because at this point, I just really, it's just unbelievable. No, Willie, I didn't get to see the Northern Lights. It's really upsetting to me too, because like I want to see them. I'm gonna fly up to Alaska at some point. I want to take my daughters up to Alaska. I got 2 things on my bucket list, and that is to hug a redwood tree and to go see the Northern Lights. So we're gonna try to do that with our kids, hopefully in the near future. Especially, I swear, hearing that your wife has cancer really makes you reevaluate everything in an instant. But that being said, I'm just going to get through the rest of this and we're going to wrap it up, guys. It's going to be a quick one tonight. So if you guys haven't been checking it out, at Stella Q Australia, she's got a new handle for her channel. 2 admins from the Telegram chat. If you want to join our Telegram chat, again, that's connect.climateviewer.com. There's a link to the Telegram chat right there that you can click. t.me/climateviewerchat. Stella and Jeff. Jeff is a former Navy meteorologist. They go through for an hour and 44 minutes explaining how everything about Hurricane Helene, giving you all the information so you can actually come down here, see the show notes, understand where all of these data sources came from, so you can, do this yourself. You can recreate everything in the video and see that Helene was not a hurricane when it made landfall. Everybody lied to you. It was not even a Category 1 when it made landfall. Big surprise, not a surprise. The same thing was true with Hurricane Milton. It wasn't even a hurricane when it made landfall. So this video just came out. I really hope you guys will go over and subscribe to Stella Q on, it's not a hurricane, guys. It was not a hurricane when it made landfall. You can look at the weather data. You can look at the wind speed. You can look at the Saffir-Simpson scale. And it was literally Fendasol. Somebody just told me about that today. It's so interesting. But yeah. Anyway, all the TV lied to you. They all lied to you. All the receipts are there. You can't make this stuff up. 52 mile an hour, 52 knot sustained winds is not even a Category 1. It was all a bunch of fear mongering by the mainstream media and the weather puppets. All the weather puppets online lied to you. All the data's right there. It was a tropical storm. It was a big tropical storm. Bottom line. There was like 170 friggin' tornadoes, something crazy like that. I got a picture of it over here. Hold on. Pictures. I think it's actually in my screenshots folder. Let me see. No, it's in the pictures folder. Should be right around here. Yeah. Yeah, there were 126 hurricanes in one day, which the next highest, you have to go back to 2011. There was 134 in Alabama, 124 in Tennessee. So yeah, that's a lot of freaking tornadoes. But at the end of the day, Was not a hurricane. Watch this one. They literally have this as part 1. It's like an hour and 4 minutes. And then they got a part 2 up here, which is another 47 minutes, going even further into detail on it. So if you guys want to do this, this is called weather forensics. All right. So the show is Whether or Not. It's Jeff and Stella. They're both admins in my Telegram chat. If you guys join the Telegram chat, you will meet at Jeff and Stella. They are phenomenal people. They're real people. I've talked to both of them on the phone. They're both they've started their own little podcast, and I've been doing everything I can to promote it because they're basically taking real weather, monitoring, forensic weather data, and going back and saying, was it weather or not? Was it weather or was it weather control? And let's be real about it. And I think that there are not enough people being real right now. I think there's too many people just out there putting a big scary title on it and trying to make a buck. Meanwhile, the geoengineering agenda just keeps rolling forward. Most people don't even know what geoengineering is anymore. HARP is geoengineering. Cloud seeding is geoengineering. The whole world's getting turned upside down just by semantics. I think that people need to get realistic with this stuff. That's all I got for you tonight, guys. But this is real important to me. Anytime there's an opportunity to make a change, especially in the laws, we really got to get involved. And I hope that you guys will check out. I will try to get it written up while I'm at work tomorrow. But I'm mentally and physically drained right now. You can probably hear it in my voice. Because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't have a clue. I think we'll know a little bit more tomorrow. And I will keep you guys updated. But right now it's time to really focus on my family. With that being said, I love you, meaning keep us in your prayers. Pray for my wife, Kelly. Her name's Kelly Lee. If you're the praying type, please do. If you're not, whatever you can do to help out. I don't know. I don't know what other, people do. But I've been with this woman for 25 years and she's given me the best life possible. She's given me 2 beautiful daughters, and she's the legs under my table. She's the reason I've been able to do all this, guys. And I can't imagine a life without her. So I'm just going to pray for the best right now. And hopefully it's not as bad as we think. And next time we talk, I hope to be in a much better mood and going, you know what? Turned out wasn't as bad as we thought. I'm going to try to stay positive about it right now. But we just got the news. I literally just got the news 30 minutes before going, recording with Sam Tripoli. And I'm freaking lost right now. This is new. I mean, I'm bulletproof. I've been stabbed 7 times. I've been shot 3 times. 100 fights. Nothing hurts like this. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm feeling completely, helpless. There's nothing I can do except for comfort my wife and say everything's going to be all right. And I don't know that. That being said, I love you guys. I mean it. Try to stay away from the fear. There's too many people out there pushing fear. I hope that this gets better. I don't expect it to. I do hope for the best. I expect the worst. And I do think that people, they just praying. I lived through Hurricane Hugo in 1989. I've lived through many hurricanes. And I'm going to tell you what, taking advantage of people who are in these situations because you love conspiracies, or you love them NEXRADs and them radar beams, and you think you can make a buck by scaring people by telling them the secret government's doing X, Y, and Z. It's so freaking scummy. And it's just so disheartening. And I mean, I literally could go on a cussing tirade and react to it. There's been at least 45 videos that I've just seen like 30 or 40 seconds of, and I was just like, I can't. Everybody's doing it right now. And you know who's doing it a whole lot. Like literally doing the tour. But that being said, just try to stay away from the fear porn. It's bad. And please pray for my family. Pray for my wife. Pray for me. And if you guys can help out in any way, support the channel. You can sign up at Substack. It's free. If you want to be a paid subscriber, you'd be helping out the family. That being said, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go lay face down right there on that bed and get ready for work tomorrow. But this is too important for me not to get on here and at least raise the alarm about this message. I will try to get the links out to you tomorrow on my Substack. If you're signed up, you will get it in your email inbox. If you don't get it in your email inbox, check ClimateViewer.substack.com and all the details on how to submit your comments and how to share this with other people so that they submit their comments. We only have a short window. Everybody's distracted right now, and that is always the way these things go down. It's in the middle of an election. Nobody's paying attention. Hey, let's legalize the reporting of private geoengineering using a law that was passed in 1972. Let's backdoor everything and make geoengineering legal. Not on my watch. Love you, meanie guys. If this video resonates with you, leave me a comment because I love hearing from y'all. First time here, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Yeah! Remember, it would be impossible for me to do this without your support, so please join my Patreon or buy me a coffee on PayPal. And always, attack ideas, not people.